Every day I'm looking for a job. I own 4 companies, I run the companies, and I think I'm looking for work every day. Why? Because I want to take care of my family. How many of you have families? How many of you got kids? How many of you got more than 2 kids? They eat every day? They got a habit of food and shelter, and they need to be taken care of. And there's been times in my life, for instance, my dad died when I was 10 years old. His heart blew up in his chest. Okay? His whole life was set up to provide for his family. He wasn't trying to get rich. He was trying to merely do one thing, take care of 5 kids. Every day he put his hat on, his suit on, and did stuff he didn't want to do. He did not have the job he loved. He did not have the job he loved. You're going to have some people who will tell you, hey man, find what you love to do. I'm going to suggest to you, do whatever it takes to take care of your family. I see you guys doing jobs. There's no way anybody wants to do some of the jobs y'all do. And y'all do it. So the success of my life, these 4 companies, has been built because of my willingness to do stuff that nobody else wants to do. Like, people don't like to sell things. I'm sure you've heard it right here on the base. I'm not going to be a salesman. Let me tell you something. I will do whatever it takes to take care of my family. I hate selling. I hate selling things. There's so many things I hate. I hate hiring people. We shot that video clip right there because we moved to Miami from Los Angeles, set up shop there to get away from the taxes of California, because I finally had enough. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's ridiculous. And it was not good for my family. And so we moved to Miami and we start trying to hire people. We can't hire anybody. And so I'm like, if I ask a question, I get a lawsuit. I can't ask you how old you are. I can't ask you your preferences. I can't ask you how you got fired from your last job. I can't ask you what you like to do, don't like. I literally can't ask anything in a job interview. So what we did was, because we want to aggressively hire people. By the way, if you're in transition right now, the employment market is getting unbelievably good right now. So that's a positive thing for you. We put out a ad for hiring people. We got 800 responses, hired 6 people, were wrong on 4 of them. Why? Because I can't find out whether these people will do whatever it takes. So we did this. We quit doing job interviews and did a TV show called Whatever It Takes, The Ultimate Job Interview. This is played on a digital network, and we used this not to create a TV show like Nick's in the TV world. I wasn't doing it to create a TV show. I was doing it to bypass the regulations enforced by government on hiring people, so that I could put people through very rigorous environment to find out, will you do whatever it takes? Now, why that's important to me is that's the only thing I care about when I hire somebody. If you're going to do a job interview, understand this, okay? 9 out of 10 of the people that you're going to be in front of, the only thing they care about is this. Will you do whatever it takes? Are you willing to do the hard stuff without bitching, moaning, groaning, and complaining, and get the job done? You underestimate the thing that you've learned here. Nobody in America knows it, man. The everyday guy, the civilian out there, they do not know how to throw down and do whatever it takes. Your biggest challenge then, if you can wrap your head around that and get completely sold on it, your biggest challenge then, I would expect, is going to be the interview. The interview process is terrifying for anybody. I'm terrified when I go do an interview, when I go do a presentation to somebody to buy an apartment building, or I do a presentation to get into an organization, or when I was getting a job. My dad, before my dad died, he told my mother, he says, look, tell those boys, 1, get an education, and number 2, learn how to sell. Because if you can sell, you can do anything anywhere. Nobody wants to be a salesperson, but if you can sell, okay, if you can pitch, promote, and market, if you can do an interview, if you can stand in front of somebody that's interviewing 800 people and say, look, you can look at the other 799 people, you picked any of them over me, and you made a mistake. How many of you can tell somebody that? See, if you're leading a team, you've been pushing that team. When you get out there, your job's going to be to push yourself. Because you're not going to have the team to sell. Oh, my team's great. Now the deal's going to be this. I'm great. And you got to be willing to stand toe-to-toe with somebody and say, I'm your decision.